How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Astro Bot, and in today's episode we're going to this Japanese-looking level. You know, I meant to record 2 episodes of Sackboy today. But I'm recording 2 episodes of Astro Bot instead because Sackboy A Big Adventure straight up fucking blocked me from accessing a level because I don't have enough collectibles. And it made me appreciate this game even more than before. It made me realize that, wow, Astro Bot doesn't have any bullshit collectibles blocking your path. Like, yeah, it does. Like, you cannot access the level's boss fight unless you've rescued enough robots. But rescuing robots in this game is very instinctive. The game doesn't punish you for dying. You know, like, you have infinite lives, and that's very nice. Meanwhile, in Sackboy, you have 3 lives per level, and if you die, you lose points, which you also have to collect all the time throughout the level if you want to fucking 100% it. In fact, made me realize that this game is so much fun. Like, sure, Sackboy is also a lot of fun. Unless you're trying to actually collect stuff in the game, then all of a sudden it's not fun anymore. Because the game is way more punishing than this game. But I was trying to say in my Sackboy Let's Play that if you guys played Astro Bot and you loved it, and you're like, man, I would play another 3D platformer on the PlayStation, then I super recommend giving Sackboy A Big Adventure a try. It even has a Sackboy skin. I mean, an Astro Bot skin. If you want to keep playing as Astro Bot. It's a level with a very unique mechanic, this one. I'm not sure if it's not the only level that utilizes this mechanic, but it's very interesting. Though it's another level with one of these secret exits, so that's one thing I guess I don't like. What are these? I'm not Japanese. If I was, I'm sure I would know what the fuck these are. Alright, what's in the power-up box? I'm a sponge now. Check it out, I still have, instead of a cape, I have this like little string on my back. And if I'm absorbing water, I become huge. And powerful. And imposing and scary. And terrifying, even. Is this like a horror game? It'd be funny if, like, once you suck up water from water sources, the water would disappear from them. So you could, like, ruin these monkeys having a bath. And check it out, the sponges. It's such a fucking clever mechanic. I never seen something like that on a video game. I genuinely love this game, and I don't know how much it would rank on my like favorite video games of all time, because most of the games that are like on my list of favorite games of all time have like significance to me other than just being good games, such as Borderlands 2 being my favorite game of all time because I played it a million times over. Team Fortress 2 being one of my favorite games of all time because I played it a lot in middle school with my friends. There was a period of time where like my entire fucking class in middle school would play Team Fortress 2. So after school, the entire fucking class would come together to these like, you know, unofficial servers with maps that are like very simple looking, but it was fun, just simply spawning immediately, not waiting for your turn, getting to shoot each other immediately. Oh, but then it's a robot. Our robot was just sitting here in the mud. Another one is Crash Bandicoot 2? Lots of 2s. Well, that's because it was one of the first games I've ever played, and one of the first game I've ever like truly really fell in love with. Because one of the first games I've ever played, I guess, was like a Bugs Bunny game on PS1. I can't remember its name, but yeah, I wouldn't call that one of my favorite games of all time because I don't really care about it that much. Sure, I played it as a kid, but that doesn't mean much. Meanwhile, Crash 2, I also played as a kid, a ton. And I like fucking love that game, and I still do to this game. That's why it pisses me off so much that I finally made a Let's Play of Crash 2, one of my favorite games ever, and I made it a fucking miserable Let's Play. One where you can't even hear what I'm saying. I tried to like cut off all the glass. Look at the physics. Never seen a game full of this many like particles flying around all over the place and not slowing down. It's a brilliant game. There's a lot of games that are like my favorite series of all time, such as Yakuza. But would I put any of the Yakuza games on my list of favorite games of all time? For example, I love Team Fortress 2 and it's one of my favorite games of all time, but I never played Team Fortress 1, for example. So what, am I not a true Team Fortress fan if that's the case? I thought coming here as a big robot would like maybe do something cool. You get find like a secret. The problem with this level I have is that the secret exit from it is somewhere in the middle of the level, so if you wanna get to it... The fuck was that? So if you wanna get to it, you'll be like I'll beat the level normally right now. Next episode I'll probably begin next to the secret exit, so you don't have to watch me get through the whole level again. Just so I get to access. Just so I can access that secret level. Also, Astro being a sponge is extremely adorable. Wish I had photo mode so I could just take pictures of all the robots I run into. And make thumbnails with them. Or even post pictures and just simply upload them on like Instagram or some shit. Check this out. A very deep dive Easter egg. These robots on the paintings, that's like Astro Bot's like old design, I guess you could say. Because when Astro first appeared, it was for a tech demo for the PlayStation 4's camera. And in that tech demo, there was like a mini game you could play called Ninja Bot. And basically you played as a ninja Astro Bot. And that was it, that was him on the painting. Even while I'm a huge sponge, I can still use the hover move. So check it out, you extinguish the fire in this... in here. And that's where the hidden exit to this level is. But like I said, I want to beat the level normally first. Oh, what the heck? I thought you were immune to fire once you're a big sponge. PlayStation is trying to turn everything into a fucking shared universe. They should make a cartoon of Astro Bot. That's such a shitty, fucking awful trend nowadays, how everything has to be a fucking universe and like expand more out of video games. Because like, the new Ghost of Tsushima got announced. There's a Ghost of Tsushima movie, or a TV show or some shit, I don't know. And PlayStation is talking about how Ghost of Tsushima universe is... What the fuck is this? It's got red eyes. Must be an evil robot. Creepy sidejacker. What the fuck is a sidejacker? Who does control the sound of the siren? Is that a reference to Siren? Siren's Ball, whatever the fuck was that game called? Can't remember really. I'm trying to get all the sponges with one in one go. That was close. I love levels where like enemies have like different skins. Like the pumpkin enemy just became a watermelon enemy. Like they're still the same enemy, they just look different now. I love breaking shit in this game too. It's insanely fun. Look at all these balls everywhere. Never have I ever played a game that was just such a joy to play. That's the strength of this game. This is this game's secret weapon that was made with love. Which not a lot of games are now, I guess. A lot of games are just a combination of corporate decisions. I suppose you could say that, oh well, video games have always been very corporate. Yeah, but like, you know what, I genuinely believe that video games and gaming in general peaked with like PlayStation 2. No idea who this is. Looks fucking weird though. With PlayStation 2 and after that there was just a downfall. Like sure, we are always getting good games. Even like major studios can pull off some impressive fucking games. But they became too good for their own, too big for their own good, you know? Nowadays every fucking game has to be a major success, otherwise it's considered a failure. If a game doesn't make 10 times its budget, it's considered a failure. Video games have insanely huge budgets and take fucking years and years to even develop. Like what's fun about waiting 8 years for a new fucking, I don't know, a new Ratchet & Clank game. We had a new Ratchet & Clank game, when was it, like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, with Rift Apart. You know when the next Ratchet & Clank game is coming out? In like 2029. See what I'm talking about? If these games didn't had such a huge budget and took so long to develop, we would probably be at like Grand Theft Auto 10 right now. Oh shit. I missed it. I kinda miss a time when a video game would come out, in whatever state it would be in. Like it could be a shitty game and that's it. Whatever. But like it would come out, it'd be finished for the most part, and that was it, and you just fucking played it, and there you go. Nowadays a video game comes out, has like a whole plan developed for it, like, oh, we're gonna do these DLCs to it, blah blah blah. It's gonna be like a platform, not just a video game, it's gonna be a platform. Like, fucking shit, man. That's so lame. I hate that kind of. Trapped in time. Let's do another level. Why not? Maybe I sound like a fucking boomer, yearning for the good old days, but yeah, I'm kind of a boomer, I guess. No, I'm a millennial, but I feel like I'm thinking like a boomer all the time. Sometimes I think that, man, I was like born too late. Could have grew up with the NES. No, I couldn't. I'm not a fucking American. And the NES was an American product. Actually, I wonder how it looked in... Like, I know the Japanese console was the Famicom, which the NES is just like an American version of that. But I wonder how it looked in, like, other places. They also had NESs, or did they get Famicom? I don't know, I could look it up, I guess. Yeah, we got a chicken power up in this level, and I just straight up have a chicken on my back. Kinda cool that they didn't get rid of my cutesy pirate outfit. I love this pirate outfit. I don't know why, but it's my favorite outfit in the game. It's just so cute. That Astro's like a little pirate now. I think there should more outfits in this game. Should have been like that. They should add more outfits. I'd even pay for more outfits, like Little Big Planet get outfits. In Little Big Planet 2, I remember that sometimes, whenever I would get like pocket money, gotta go back, missed the thing. Oh, that's how you go back. The platforms remind me of Crash Bandicoot. There were platforms like that in Crash 2, and 3, and I guess 1. Lots of floating platforms in that game. Sand waterfalls. Would you call them sand falls? I don't know. I gotta get back to playing Dark Souls 1. I was making such decent progress and I beat Andorlondo. And after Andorlondo, I was like farming a bunch of shit so I could have a holy weapon. I end up making a holy side sword or whatever. That's like a really good weapon. And I made it holy. So I also have like a boss sword that's like a... It's got like a fire effect on it. It's like a falchion but with a fire effect. It looks fucking awful. It looks really fucking bad. But it's really good. So I don't care how it looks like. Usually I really care how something looks like, but... Well, I can, I guess, make an exception. This level is all themed around... It's a desert level, but it's such a unique take on a desert level, because we're not on a desert, we're stuck on an hourglass. And there's a bunch of these, like, desert themes. You know, not to mention... There's sand everywhere, obviously, but there's, like, these bottles. Kind of like a genie bottle, but it's not a genie bottle, it's just a normal bottle, so you could... It's like a message hidden in there. Got the chicken power-up, which is a lot of fun. Snake enemies you have to pull out of the ground. The chicken is kind of like the dog power-up, but instead of shooting you forward, it shoots you upwards. And I'd say that's just as fun as the dog power-up. So I kind of wish it would shoot you immediately. You have to hold it a little bit. Like, you have to hold it for like half a second, but I wish it would just shoot you up immediately. Yeah, this game is like way better than Sackboy A Big Adventure, but god damn it, I'm really an apologist for that game. It's also really good. And I'm keep repeating that because I feel like a lot of people just write that game off as being not good. Sound effect of the chicken is hilarious. You see, I die, I don't lose any points. Imagine if every time you died you had like 4 lives to get to a level. Each time you died you would lose coins. That's what Sackboy does. You lose points when you die. Can't get it. And also levels are sometimes like way longer in that game than in this one. And I don't know, it's just... There's little annoyances in Sackboy that are just kind of dragging the game down for me. Get a bird in the face. She got an achievement for hitting a bird like that. It's a fake coin enemy. Knowing that, something. We're inside us. spooky cave. Oh no, the scorpions killed themselves. That's sad. Scorpions were nice. Not to mention Sackboy. You know what, it does have that whole, it does feature some mechanics that utilize the DualSense controller, because it is a PS5 game after all. But it's nowhere near as impressive as this game. So yeah, I can't wait for, like, the first DLC they're promised to releasing is like time trials levels. I hope they just straight up release like a DLC to this game though. Because I've beaten this game and you know what, there are some PlayStation franchises, mainly Final Fantasy ones, that are missing though. I feel like Final Fantasy are missing because Square Enix probably didn't agree to feature them in this game. Which is lame because last Astro Bot game, Astro's Playroom, did get Final Fantasy references in it. So I suppose it didn't feature any Final Fantasy characters for the future play. But you know what? Do you even do they even need to ask for permission to use these characters? Because they're not using any specific names. You know, they're like, whenever you find a character, they never refer to them by their actual name. Like for example here, there's the guy from Journey. Oh, I missed the robot. And I call him Desert Wanderer. Great at making friends. They don't specifically say that it's a character from Journey, they don't name them, even though I don't know what the fuck the name of the character from Journey was, but I'm sure he had one. I feel like I missed the robot somewhere, shit. I wish Mr. Chicken would like help me out. Oh, there's a fucking robot right there. How did I miss him? Where he came from? I'd super love to play Astro Rescue Mission on this channel too, but it's a fucking VR game. Take ages to set up the VR headset. If I had a lot of free time, I would have done that. Maybe. Like I did beaten the game once, so I had to set up the VR and everything. But also having a VR on the fucking head all the time is uncomfortable. Look at this robot, it's been here for so long it died. He's stuck here with funny little spiders. Even spiders are cute in this game. See, like, it would imply, these skeletons here, it would imply kind of that Astrobots are like living beings, they can die. But no, I believe it's just... like, if we're talking Astrobot lore, I guess, the way I see it is that Astrobots, some of them are just from design looking like skeletons. And these skeletons ones were just simply deactivated. So yeah, I guess Astrobots can die. Just, well, shit. Well, I just turned into a fucking skeleton, so my fucking theory goes out the window. I just said, nice, thanks, Astro. Proving me wrong. That's just a death animation, though canonically I guess it didn't die. I always find it funny in a video game. Like, what if you play a game and you're playing as like a badass? Like, I came up with that when I was playing Uncharted. Like, let's say you're playing Uncharted, and what if the first death you get, like even if it's like a clumsy, you accidentally fell off a platform and fell to your death, what if that was the canonical death of the character? Like, you fumbling up and falling off an edge is how the character you played has died. Like, canonically. Unless it's a roguelike and every death is canon. Except that you have some reason to explain why you're coming back to life all the time. Super Meat Boy had a funny little thing where there was like a level that revealed that every time you died in the game, which you definitely did because it's a hard game, your corpses were sent to this level, and now you're like in a level filled with your previous death corpses. Except I feel like it would be a fun little Easter egg if you like you could skip this level if you actually haven't died a single time. Unless that level is meant to represent the collective deaths of every single player that played this game before. Is that one chicken holding something? I can't tell what it is. If you unlock the photo mode, these things all of a sudden have purpose. Because you can stand here, take a funny picture, and you get some money out of it. But I don't have the camera yet. I feel like the camera should be... I kinda don't... That's the one thing I don't like. Why did they keep the camera out? Until like really late in the game. That's the whole reason why when this Let's Play started I didn't hit thumbnails for a lot of the episodes. Now are we with one more robot to find? I know where he is. We didn't miss him. See? And there's a payoff at the end of this level taking place in the hourglass. And yeah, I guess you could have seen that robot. It was around here somewhere. It's flying on a bird. I hope PlayStation releases more fun games like this. Because I'm all for an action, like a greedy action game like God of War and Last of Us every now and then, but for fuck's sake, when that's the only fucking thing coming out, it gets really boring. Man, I don't want to play another fucking open world Horizon game. The next Horizon game they said is a Lego Horizon game, so clearly PlayStation proves that they are willing to do some wacky, interesting stuff. And I'm very happy about that. Because if they didn't, then like... I don't know, Nintendo does it too. Maybe PlayStation actually looked at Nintendo, they were like, oh wow, they're doing wacky stuff all the time. It pays off to them. Their whole console is wacky. So maybe PlayStation, being the less wacky console, will actually bother to invest. Like maybe the PlayStation will realize that people want fun games. That's the most important part of a game. It being fun. Like it can be a greedy action game with deep fucking, you know, interesting symbolism in it, but as long as it's fun, I'm all for it. Like The Last of Us 2, gameplay-wise was so fucking good, but story-wise it was such a fucking downer, fucking awful game to go through. I couldn't even bear to fucking go through that story. I was like, for fuck's sake, is anything positive ever gonna happen in this fucking story? It's just misery after misery, and it's like, fuck off. The fuck do I play video games? To escape misery of my own fucking life and have fun. That's why this game's such a wonderful experience. It's fun, you know, it reminds me of all these old PS2 games I used to play as a kid and not fucking worry about shit. It's fun, a lot of fun. I love this game. Anyway, see you fellas in the next episode. Bye.